I'm Ha. So now I'm gonna present about my innovation project, which is improving teaching performance of teachers educating English for primary maths through peer observation. So my presentation consists of 6 main parts. So let's start with the first part, rationale. The past decade has witnessed a dramatic growth in numbers of English centers for young people in Vietnam, whose main goal is general English competence. Along with this strong development, the need for ESP courses is also on the rise, and qualified teachers to teach these ESP subjects are considered to be lacking in numbers, especially English for mathematics in my teaching context. Moreover, there seems to be a misconception of English for maths among teachers. To be specific, some of them assume that teaching English for maths is like teaching maths in English language, which is a myth. Additionally, the teachers with no experience in teaching English for maths seems to miss the opportunities of teaching this subject, because the teaching quality must be assured. Significant influence of peer observation has been proved by numerous researchers before, one of which is by Henry and Oliver in 2012. The belief that peer review can not only improve teachers' confidence in teaching, but also improve the quality of teaching through the process of observing, being observed, and giving feedback. Although there has been considerable literature on the effectiveness of peer review, there seems to be lack of relevant research in the context of application of this method for primary teachers teaching quality enhancement in English for maths. For all of these above reasons, the result of my study is hoped to contribute to the knowledge of this field. So my research question is, to what extent do the teachers participating in the research improve their teaching quality through peer review? And the sub-question is, what are typical problems that the participants might encounter during the project? So on the literature review part, in terms of peer observation or peer review, it is the process of colleagues observing others in their teaching practice which aims to enhance the quality of teaching and learning, which is defined by Benith and Barb in 2008. When the main focus of peer observation is on helping colleagues developing their teaching, the process is often conducted as a reciprocal exercise with staff observing each other, sharing their insights and providing mutual support. According to Bell 2005, the traditional view of the process also includes an assumption that colleagues can learn effectively from each other's explicit, constructive feedback and others' teaching. As cited by Henry and Oliver in 2012, lecturers involved in peer observation as part of a former teacher development program conclude that observing a colleague teach can both show the observing teachers how new strategies work and enhance their confidence to apply them in their own teaching. Observing a colleague teach can also affirm successful aspects of the observer's approach. Conversely, being observed has been shown to lead to transient feelings of vulnerability for some staff, although feedback given by observers has generally been found to be good. To solve the problem, solutions have been suggested by Martin and Jeremy in 1998 by a three-phase process model. They are a pre-observation meeting, observation, and feedback meeting, which are believed to bring encouragement and motivation towards teachers. In particular, in the first stage, participants share their ideas of learning outcomes in each session, choosing proper teaching strategies, take notes of all the processes of the preparations, then discuss what they're expecting in the feedback stage. In the observation stage, both lecturers and students are observed, and the whole teaching process is recorded. Positive language is encouraged to use for feedback purposes. The last stage requires a comfortable and private environment without any distractions while feedback is being given. There should be compliments as motivation and encouragement to some good points instead of negative remarks. The development targets then will be set in a constructive manner. So the third part is about my research settings and cultural aspects. So my research will be conducted in the Nguyen Hong Ha Primary School in Hà Nội, Vietnam. The participants are 25 teachers, who are all females, with only 8 teachers have experience in teaching English for mathematics. So the learners are a group of students graded from 1 to 3. About the cultural aspect, the first aspect we look at is the heavy influence of Confucian heritage culture. With great emphasis on virtual cultivation, in Vietnam, teachers are expected to possess many admirable qualities. According to further explanation by Phan 2004, apart from teaching English, teachers of English in Vietnam are supposed to fulfill their role as a moral guide for students to follow. This can lead to the high respect for teachers as well as the popularity of the teacher-centered approach in classroom. However, it might also cause the fear of losing faces among teachers while being filmed and observed if they make any mistakes. About the worldview, due to the diverse nature of teachers' background and teaching styles, a constructivist worldview seems appropriate. According to Hinchi 2008, multiple realities exist simultaneously at the same time. They vary according to the perceptions of the observers. As a result, this approach can encourage data collection by respecting the differences in the views of participants. A qualitative approach could suit the constructivist worldview, which is conducted by Blakey and Priest 2017. To collect data, there are 3 instruments that I am planning to exploit, which are filming, observing, and semi-structured interviewing. Through observing and filming, the teachers may have a closer look on the problems and solutions, as well as their awareness of good lessons, good learners, and good teachers. The interview will provide a collaborative atmosphere where teachers can share their experience, solutions, as well as innovation. About data analysis, according to Merriam 2009, data analysis must be conducted alongside data collection, which means that the researchers should pose appropriate questions to involve participants in data analysis during the interview. So the next part is ethics. The first 2 major ethical considerations concern accuracy and validity. Therefore, the interview will be transcribed and confirmed by participants before coding. After that, all the misunderstandings will be removed from the final analysis and findings with approval of participants. Furthermore, confidentiality will be assured by using fictitious names to refer to participants. However, several potential problems related to power influences may arise because people may think that all the participants are forced to take part in the project as ordered by the head of the center. Therefore, to avoid invalid analysis and false data due to coercion, participation is on voluntary basis, and all the participants are fully informed of the research process. Informed consent forms are given to all participants, which include the objective and procedures before the study so that they know exactly what is going to happen during the study. All teachers and students who participate in the study must sign the form. Due to the students being aged under 18, consent forms are going to be given to their parents. In addition, participants are assured that the findings and the data from the research will have no effects on their performance evaluation at work. In conclusion, this project hopes to improve the participants' awareness of how to teach English for mathematics in an appropriate way, and they can learn from each other by observation. Students can also benefit from the research because all the innovation will be implemented in classroom activities. The language institution also benefits in terms of learning outcomes, the opportunities for teachers to expertise development and growing reputation. Moreover, all the films that are recorded during the project provides valuable marketing input as well as customer service in the future. For the field, this research may provide some basics for research with relevant context. So there are some references that I'm looking at. Thank you.